Please welcome the one and the only Carolyn Martin
All right.
to the Woodsongs Old Time Radio.
Melt some butter in a pan. Chop those onions if you can. A little garlic then. Oh man, it smells like something's cooking. Add some noodles baked with cheese. A great big bowl of black-eyed peas. Another slice of cornbread, please. That's what I call cooking. That's what I call cooking. Ain't no doubt about it. Gotta have that cooking. No, I can't live without it. When I smell that Java brew, hot biscuits, eggs, and bacon too. No, I don't mind if I do, 'cause that's what I call cooking. Swinging beat, it makes me want to move my feet. It sounds so hot and feels so sweet. Now the band is cooking. People come from near and far when fiddle joins the steel guitar. Drag that bow and slide that bar. Man, that's what I call cooking. That's what I call cooking. Ain't no doubt about it. I just love to hear 'em cooking. I want to scream and shout it. Slap that bass and beat the drums and blend it with some guitar strums. Pianos pounding hot rhythms. That's what I call cooking. Sugar smiles at me, it puts me in a reverie. That's just where I wanna be, no need to keep on looking. He's as fine as he can be, that man is just my cup of tea. We've got our own sweet recipe, gonna keep on cooking. That's what I call cooking, ain't no doubt about it. I just gotta have that cooking. No, I can't live without it. He's the only one for me, I say with no hyperbole. I've got him and he's got me, we're gonna keep on cooking. It's our favorite recipe, we're gonna keep on cooking. Thank you.
The beautiful voice of Carolyn Martin. Her new CD is Cookin' with Carolyn. And Carolyn, it's nice to have you back.
Oh, it's so good to be back, Michael. Thank you.
We got
Thanks
to see
for
each
having
other
us.
in Memphis, and we talked about this, and now we
did.
finally did it.
Yeah, it's great.
Now, for the sake of the radio audience, you're here with a fine band. We're going to introduce them here properly in a minute.
Okay.
But you're standing on stage, and you've got this F-hole guitar.
Yes, sir.
And you're sort of doing the Ranger Doug Green, as many chords as I can think of style.
I aspire to that. I have not reached that point yet. Ranger Doug is the absolute master, but I'm a student.
Of course, Ranger Doug was
my best.
in the Time Jumpers, and
He is. He still is. The Time Jumpers are still together. Still
Good.
going every Monday night.
But you're out doing your own thing. So what precipitated the move to say, Carolyn Martin is going to take that big, scary step to the front of the stage, and I am now responsible for everything?
Oh, don't tell me I'm responsible for all these guys. Now I'm really nervous. You don't know these guys. You don't want to be responsible for them. But no, I'm proud to say that I was in the Time Jumpers for 11 years, but I've always fronted my own band. Ever since I've started singing low those many years ago. We won't talk about how long ago that was.
Well, you got your start from Abilene. You got your start playing in Texas, and moved to Nashville in the mid-'80s. So you've been around all this great music, great musicians.
Oh gosh, yeah. And of course, growing up in Abilene, Texas, Western swing is in the air there, and you can't help but absorb some of it. And I don't know, my heart was just drawn that way. I'm attracted to the music, the beautiful melodies, that swing and beat,
Well, let's part of the folks helping you with the swinging beat. Let's introduce them really proper because it's a wonderful band that you've assembled. Billy Contreras playing the fiddle, of course Carolyn's playing the guitar, and that's Rory Hoffman playing the other guitar. He plays it on his lap, and it's just an amazing thing. And now he's got the accordion in his lap. Dave Martin on upright bass, Tommy Wells playing the percussion. Is it hard to keep a band together in Nashville?
Well, yes. People are doing sessions and people are going all different directions, but we manage to get together every once in a while and make some music. And on nights when we have gigs, sometimes somebody can't make it, so we'll call in somebody else.
So there's always a
play,
replacement.
and it just, well, not a replacement, but it just adds to the improvisational spirit of Western swing, which I think is absolutely essential to the spirit of it.
And you have the new CD that represents this spirit, which is called Cookin with Carolyn.
Yes. And
Cookin that's a reference to the kind of music that's on there.
It is. It's also a reference to actual cooking. That's one of my other passions. I love to cook. In fact,
so they buy a CD and they get an omelet? I mean, what's the...
Well...
How does this work?
If you email me, I will send you an address. A recipe, not an address. A recipe via your address. And when we do live shows, we'll do door prizes of homemade cookies.
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, we will. So see, that's incentive to come to one of our shows.
So it's a high-calorie CD is what this is.
It's
called Cookin' with Carolyn. It's wonderful, just like the music that's on it. This is a song called People Will Say We're in Love. It is Carolyn Martin on the Woodsongs, Old Time Radio.
Why do they make up stories that link my name with yours? Why do the neighbors gossip all day behind their doors? I know a way to prove what they say is quite untrue. Here is the gist, a practical list of don'ts for you. Don't throw bouquets at me. Don't please my folks too much. Don't laugh at my jokes too much. People will say we're in love. Sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine. Your eyes mustn't glow like mine. People will say we're in love. Don't start collecting things. Give me my rose and my glove. Sweetheart, they're suspecting things. People will say we're in my charms too much. Don't look so vain with me. Don't stand in the rain with me. People will say we're in love. Don't take my arm too much. Don't keep your hand in mine. Your hand feels so grand in mine. People will say we're in love. Don't dance all night with me till the stars fade from above. See, it's all right with me. People will say we're in love. People will say we're in
How's that for a beautiful voice?
Sure, he's tall and handsome. There's lots of guys like that. But the way that he says yes, ma'am, and tips his Stetson hat, he sets my heart a-singing like a bird that's been set free. Oh, he's Texas to a T. He can wrangle, rope, and ride, then he'll show his tender side. He's handy on the dance floor. He's full of Lone Star pride. A smile as wide as Palo Duro, eyes of prairie green. Oh, he's Texas to a T. Being Texan and the clothes the cowboys wear, it ain't something in the water, it's not floating in the air. It's the way he treats a lady like she's all that he can see. Oh, he's Texas to a T. He can wrangle, rope, and ride, then he'll show his tender side. He's handy on the dance floor. He's full of Lone Star pride. A smile as wide as Palo Duro, eyes of prairie green. Oh, he's Texas to a T. Oh, he's Texas to a T.
From a CD called Swing.
Yeah. That was written by myself and Andy Reese and Mitch Ballard.
Well, congratulations! So you as a songwriter on top of everything.
Yeah.
Well, you are involved in a project that I find very appropriate for the dynamics of your voice. It's a tribute to Hank Williams and the First Lady of Country, Patsy Cline.
Yes.
So tell me about that project. What is that?
Well, my good friend Jason Petty, who some of you may have seen in a production called Hank and My Honky Tonk Heroes, or back in the 90s, he had a production, or he portrayed Hank Williams in a play called Lost Highway that was produced at the Ryman Auditorium, ended up going to New York, and he ended up winning an Obie Award for his off-Broadway performance. So he's really got this down, and he's written a new show about the music of Hank Williams and Patsy Cline, and I will be singing Patsy Cline music.
You're going to be
show.
Patsy Cline.
So. I'm going to be singing the music.
Yeah, well.
Not necessarily portraying her, but singing the wonderful music.
Well, you're just as beautiful as she is, so I don't see why you can't. Let's go back to your voice. You're going to give us a very rare treat. This is Carolyn Martin singing Patsy Cline a cappella.
Sweet dreams of you every night I go through. Why can't I forget you? Start loving someone new instead of having sweet dreams about you. Instead of having sweet dreams about you. Thank you.
That right there deserves a Grammy. that alone deserves a. So it was Patsy. I guess Patsy. Every singer aspires to that.
Oh, well, yeah. There's a joke. You know, how many female singers does it take to sing crazy? And every single last one of them. So. But with good reason, because it's timeless music. She was wonderful. If she had lived, she would have no doubt been a crossover artist, been a star in every genre of music that there is.
Well, what I like about Patsy Cline, artists like yourself included, is big, huge, full voices, but you don't yell.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of singers yell these days, and they're like trying to blow the back wall of the room out and just use your voice.
I don't want to be screamed at, and I don't want to scream at people. Although I do have an inner Ethel Merman that tries to get out every once in a while, but I keep holding her down. So
well, as you should.
Yes, I should.
You're here with a magnificent band, and I could see Rory Hoffman picked his guitar up, sitting in his lap. He's playing a horizontal fretboard there. So we're gonna get back into your
amazing.
music. He is. This is a song called "Only Time Will Tell." It's Carolyn Martin,
written by Hoot Hester,
and the Woodsongs, Old Time Radio.
Once in a while, someone comes along and gives you that feeling you can't understand. You think you should run, but the feeling's too strong. Then, before you know it, your heart's in their hands. Is it real or just infatuation? If it's love, what a wonderful sensation. I never thought that I could ever go so high. My head is in the clouds, but not a cloud is in the sky. When I'm with you, my senses seem to scatter. Plans I made somehow don't seem to matter. I only hope it's meant to be, 'cause it's no longer up to me. Will it last? I guess only time will tell. I don't even want to think about tomorrow, 'cause tonight is all that I am living for. If somehow I could find some time to borrow, I would make this evening last forevermore. I'll admit there's just a bit of apprehension. Then again, it's not near enough to mention. So let's throw caution to the wind. We may not pass this way again. Will it last? I guess only time will tell. Let's throw caution to the wind. We may not pass this way again. Will it last? I guess only time will tell. Thank you so much. Way down in Columbus, Georgia, I want to be back in Tennessee. Way down in Columbus, Stockade, my friends have turned their backs on me. Go on and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind. If in your heart you love another, leave a little darling, I don't mind. Many a night with you I've rambled, countless hours with you I've spent. Thought I had your love and your heart forever, but I find that it was only lint. Go on and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind. If in your heart you love another, leave a little darling, I don't mind. Here's Billy Contreras. Rory Hoffman. As I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, I found I was mistaken. Lord, I was still behind these bars. Go on and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind. If in your heart you love another, leave a little darling, I don't mind. Here's Dave Martin on that bass. Tommy Wells on the drums. Tommy Wells. Way down in Columbus, Georgia, I want to be back in Tennessee. Way down in Columbus, Stockade, my friends have turned their backs on me. Go on and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind. If in your heart you love another, leave a little darling, I don't mind. Blow that horn, Daniel. Georgia,